Welcome back, my people. Before we get going with the Christmas video, this is the Christmas special. Please make sure you like, share and subscribe to the channel. Show me some love, and this way we can grow together and I can bring you more content to try and help you on your fitness journey. Right, my guys, Christmas is approaching, and what do we do when Christmas arrives? How should we behave? How much should we eat? And more importantly, how can we mitigate some of the damage done if we are going to participate in Christmas festivities with our loved ones, however we want to, and however our loved ones want us to participate with the festivities with them? This is where I do like to take more of a unconventional approach, right? Being a bodybuilder, you have two extremes. You have the guys that are going to go into the Christmas dinner, party, gathering, whatever you want to call it, and they will want to show people that they are a bodybuilder, and they will want to show them how much they can eat in one single sitting, right? Because they're a bodybuilder and they can eat a lot of food, and you know, they're all about the protein. They've got to get the protein in, so they're going to have to get 4 plates worth of food and potentially gain a stone in one single sitting. That's something I've experienced with a few clients in past. That's probably not what you should do. On the other hand, the other extreme is the guys that are in the off season, they're not even in prep, and they will turn up to the Christmas dinner with the Tupperware, and that is probably just as unacceptable as going in the food that much that you potentially drive yourself severe edema, potentially even put yourself in hospital. So you have to find the middle ground, right? Even if you are in prep to a degree, you can still participate in festivities. It's just how you participate that will play the biggest role. I'll give you an example. Last year, Meg was in prep during the Christmas period, and I was somewhat coming out of a diet phase, right? But again, supportive partner and all that. We still participated in Christmas dinner. There's no right way, there's no wrong way, right? However, we just made smart choices. Our parents always cook somewhat clean food, so you've got options around the Christmas table, both with the Polish side on Christmas Eve and with the English side on Christmas Day. We've got two dinners. You have options, and realistically, guys, when you go into a Christmas dinner, it's generally going to be roast turkey, beef, ham. The meat sources are not really fried. They're not really that damaging. So the rule that I like to give for people that are almost in prep, or again in a diet phase, which sometimes it does happen around the festivities, if you can avoid it at all costs, then do so, is generally I will give them a refeed on that day. If not, they can't afford a refeed, or the show is coming that's quite close, they will simply need to make better choices where they will prioritize the meat sources and the veg sources, right? This way you can still participate in the Christmas dinner without sacrificing your fitness goals. At the same time, without sacrificing your family time. Because ultimately, I truly believe that you should always give back to your family and people around you. The lifestyle is already potentially a burden to your loved ones. It's not going to be to you. If you like bodybuilding, it should be more of a process that you enjoy and a lifestyle that you enjoy, right? But the people around you, they probably don't like the lifestyle. They like to live somewhat of a different life, especially your parents and your loved ones, right? So you need to be mindful of that, and you need to give way and really make it all about them and spending time together. And I mean, highlight spending quality time together. If you can allocate a couple of days around Christmas to really be present with your family, try and do some festive activities with them. And again, it doesn't have to necessarily revolve around food. It could be your walks. It could be going together as a family unit somewhere, or even arrange it as a surprise for them to show the efforts that you do care, and you don't just care about your chicken and rice and your next show. So I think showing that you care and showing effort can go a long way with your family members. Now, what can we do to mitigate some of the damage done if you are going to go in a little bit hard on the food? Generally, what I would like to do, and what I have done in past, and what I like to do with my clients, is give them a bit of a guideline, right? If you know that you are going to probably consume 2,000 to 3,000 calories on your Thanksgiving and your Christmas dinner, whatever dinner you are having within your family religion or your family tradition, you simply need to make sure that you're mindful of potentially ingesting a little bit less calories across your day. So what I would actually like to see happen is, if you wake up nice and early, I would like to see someone fast for a portion of the day. Have a meal if you are going to train. If not, have protein and veggies, more of a lower calorie meal, to account for the higher calorie meal you do have later in the day. So if you have 6 meals a day and your diet's 3,500 calories, you may only have 2 to 3 meals that maybe consist of 300-400 calories each, based around protein and veg intake, and then you have around 2,500 calories to play with for your actual Christmas lunch. So simply be mindful and somewhat guesstimate extra calories that you will have around your dinner plate. Now, generally, if you are going to be sensible, I like to use the 1 plate rule. You don't have to stuff yourself. You can just eat like all of your normal members of family, because again, bodybuilding is not normal to normal people. Let's be real, guys. Bodybuilding is not quite a normal sport, right? So if you simply eat 1 plate full of food and leave it there, I think that's going to be acceptable. And you will make your nana happy eating her dinner and making sure that the plate is fully polished off when you normally don't participate with any of the dinners on a regular basis. Now, ultimately, you have to remember 1 meal is not going to make that much of a difference. It's not going to be the end of the world. So make sure that 1, you are mindful, and 2, you are using common sense. It doesn't have to be a food festival. You can still enjoy yourself, and you can still enjoy a vast amount of food without going nuts. Use diet drinks so you do not go into your Christmas dinner absolutely starving. That could be potentially a little bit of a mistake as well. Now, guys, remember, off-plan eating is never a problem. I want to see people build better habits around any special occasions around off-plan eating through simply being more mindful of the choices that they make with the food that they put in the mouth, and more importantly, the control part and the control aspect. If you can control yourself and eat sensibly and not eat to your appetite, it will always go a long way, because this way you will be able to enjoy the meals without additional stress or worry that it may impact your progress, because it really does not have to. And the whole point of being mindful is so that you can participate in these events without impacting your future process, or even without putting unnecessary stress and pressure on yourself, knowing that you can handle these occasions, participate, be mindful of others around you, and spend quality time together with loved ones, eating their favourite pies without turning into a pie. So guys, I would like to give you 3 rules that I want you to follow this Christmas. 1, be mindful. Be mindful that you can enjoy these foods any time of the year. It doesn't just have to be 1 time a year thing, and I've seen that so many times, where people just literally treat Christmas like an all-out food festival because they can't do that any other time of the year. You can do that on a weekly basis if you are simply mindful that you can enjoy these foods, all in moderation. It's not the food itself that is the devil. It's more so the actual amount of food that potentially can be ingested that could be problematic. Now, point number 2, stay active on the day. If you can incorporate some family walks together as a family unit, not only it's fun, but it will actually keep you in a spot where 1, your digestion will be better. 2, you will work up a higher appetite to eat all your food and make sure you don't undereat, and enjoy quality time with family, allowing you to be in a position where you can enjoy these foods without feeling of potential guilt or without feeling discomfort and bloating, as that can happen if you do have, 2,500 calories in one sitting. It's enjoyable, but aftermath cannot be too pleasant if you are not staying active. So stay active, it will definitely help. Point number 3, make sure that you are sticking to the 1 plate rule. And again, this kind of works hand in hand. If you are going to enjoy your food, make sure you pick whether you are going to participate in sober festivities or there's going to be alcohol in play. If you choose the alcohol route, and again, it's Christmas, right? If that's what you want to do, go for it. But if I was you guys, if you choose the alcohol route, make sure you're mindful of potentially not going in quite as hard on the food, and vice versa. If you choose the food, you've got more leeway to actually have more calories from the food. If you combine both together, that is when potential damage could be done. Now, most importantly, guys, I wish you all Merry Christmas. I hope you all have an amazing time, and I hope that you all spend time to give back to your family, and make sure you are not the guy that turns up to Christmas dinner with your chicken and rice and broccoli. There is always a way However, you've got to be smart about it, right? You can still enjoy yourself within reason, and most importantly, give back to your loved one, guys. They deserve it. Thank you, guys. Take care. Peace out for now. We're out.